podcast contain graphic language. What's going on out there in the ministry? Or what's going on MGTOW? What's going on Red Pill? What's going on in sales? Welcome to KDR Podcast. I'm right here in the Pacific Northwest, just podcasting it up. If this is your first time in the podcast, guess what? I'm just one man. I'll open up my mouth and talk shit. But like I do in every podcast, I start with an intro and let the fellas come in and stuff like that, and you know how the algorithm works and shit like that. Takes a few minutes to get the thing going. Before I start the true story, before I start the intro, I wanted to do the podcast like 30 minutes ago, but the mic wasn't working, and I'm dealing with cheap equipment. I get it, I'm not asking for no money, anything like that. I just want to express myself out here. I have this born right, the First Amendment, but I'm about to get into some different issues right here, especially doing with this so-called universal income, basic income, and stuff like that. So let me start with the intro. Just bear with me, gentlemen. It's been a long day, just like you. You work hard and stuff like that, and that's what we do. So no further ado, let's start with the intro. See who's out there tonight, and welcome to the shit show.
It's getting serious on this track, fam.
Because I respect Kim Delrica. I do. Oh, he's simping for some pussy, bitches. I'm being simp all day. Fuck you.
What's going on, gentlemen?
Oh, he's simping for some
Welcome,
pussy,
welcome,
bitches.
welcome once again. Welcome to the Pacific Northwest, goddammit. Shit. So, listen, I'm about to get on a topic that I want to discuss here briefly. Of course, I'm not an expert of anything, but I'm a student of history, okay, gentlemen? I love history, from Greek mythology to modern history, whatnot, right? So let's reflect back in not too long ago in the 1960s when Johnson passed these, not so much a law, but he had to do something with people being poor and shit like that. Sort of like a welfare, and that's what they did. It was welfare. The Great Society, yes, the Great Society. He implemented the Great Society in the 1960s. Just bear with me. The Great Society by Johnson, President Johnson. The Great Society, it wasn't so much great, right? Because this happened in the 1960s, right? It wasn't so great for many families. When they opened up the notion of the Great Society by Johnson, meaning at the time, the government gave these women a choice, especially black women, Latino women at the time. You can have your children, you can have housing, but you can have a man out here, right? Prior to the Great Society, the nuclear family in the black community was higher than it is now. See, people don't know this stuff. That's why they call it the welfare state. It's going to be relevant once um, when I'm trying to explain to you what is happening right here in 2024. Excuse me. So the Great Society happened under Johnson, right? President Johnson and shit. Uh, at the time, still there was a lot of Marxists, more than ever. And when I mean Marxists, I mean socialists. The socialists think the government can provide everything for everybody, especially women. Moving forward, the black chicks got their housing, they got their welfare, they got the food stamps, the Latinos and shit like that, Latinas and so on and so forth and shit like that. They've been doing this pilot across the United States for the pilot is for 17 cities in the United States. My city, I just read this article today because it just came out on my feed, right? But I read previous articles that they were talking about universal basic income due to the fact of inflation, due to the fact of the money printing, due to the fact of a lot of shit, right? And there was a lot of people, including Joe Rogan and a lot of people, millionaires, they would like to see this implemented. I've always been against it. All right? Myself. I was listening to a podcast like I think it was like 2 years ago, something like that, and Joe Rogan talking about he favored universal basic income, and I was like, that is the wrong attitude to have, right? Especially with women. Now, if you understand a little bit of socialism, I think the I forgot her name out there in England, the prime minister, and she was a chick. Socialism is great until you run out of other people's money, and it's true. It's true. So, as I look at it right now, we are pretty much a social country with social programs. There's all kinds of social programs out there that people qualify. You got Social Security, social program. You got Obamacare, social program. You got food stamps, social program. You have child support. That's a social program, but not really. But it's social for the women. And this is the topic that I'm about to get into with this so-called universal, the universal income. Oh, and not only that, there's so much social programs with corporations and farmers and stuff like that the government provide them with social programs and shit like that. Trust me, it's everywhere. We don't live in a free market in the United States. We don't. And we're not a capitalist. We're not. We neither. Nowadays, it's more like a monopoly. It's a monopoly with. It's kind of bizarre. The United States is kind of bizarre because the free market is not there. It's still there, but not really. It's more like a monopoly with socialism. And I don't know, have you heard the phrase? First it starts with socialism, and then goes to communism, and then it goes to fascism. So we're in the stage of socialism. Farmers get subsidized, big pharma gets subsidized, all paid off by the taxpayer. Big pharma gets subsidized. It's social programs. All of it is social programs. The military complex subsidized. The banks subsidized. You know? And those are the big fish, right? Now, me understanding the country that I live at, where the free market is out the window, so they're going to add more subsidy to women. And these started back in the 1960s, like I said previously, with the Great Society under Johnson. Well, fellas, gentlemen, out here, there's a pilot on 18 cities across the United States where they're going to give, in those cities, individual $500 extra a month. But, there's a but, you have to qualify. You see what I'm saying? And I want to play you this article out here so you don't think I'm bullshitting or making shit out of the air or stuff like that. Because I'm right here in the Pacific Northwest living with this crazy leftist socialist Democrats. And they think that the government is going to save them or it's a solution for society. They got this notion, trust me. I understand these people. I got friends, they think like this. Right here locally, friends, they have this view. They have to be some kind of government intervention in their life or something, some kind of social program. So there's always a program out here, for heaven's sake. But they don't know, they don't realize that those programs cost money. The taxes out here is outrageous. Taxes is outrageous out here. For years, for the last 3 years, they implemented this shit that you have to buy a bag. If you want to buy a bag, it costs you 10 cents. That's taxation. And taxation is theft. Inflation is tax. When you go out there and pump your gas, it's tax. You know what is a luxury tax? Your motherfucking cell phone. The highest tax there is out here. Right? And of course, I'm talking in my state. So like I said previously, they have this pilot program with this universal income. Because it is what it is. From day one, I say to myself, this is a bad idea. This is going to cost more inflation. This is going to cost more shit. So let me play you a little article that I found out like an hour ago, right here in my city, and who's going to benefit. Women. Now, before I go and play you an article, in my state, I'm not talking about Texas, I'm not talking about Oklahoma, I'm not talking about Florida, I'm not talking about New York, I'm talking about my state, right? These chicks, they get food stamps. They work. Some of them food stamps, some of them they don't work. They get child support, right? They get housing, right? They get tax. When they work, they get tax returns by child tax return, right? Now, my city is going to implement $500 extra. No question asked. No question asked. And like I said previously, it's a pilot program. 17 cities selected in the United States under this administration. All right? Just bear with me, gentlemen. Let me go out here. Let me play these here real quick. And this is in my city, okay? I don't know if the sound quality is good. The mic got fucked up and shit like that. So let's play this article right here by the Tacoma Tribune, for heaven's sake.
Can get $500 per month with no strings attached. Here's how. Select families in Tacoma will soon be eligible to apply for a guaranteed income program where they can receive $500 cash a month for 12 months to supplement their incomes and stabilize their financial situations. Applications for the Growing Resilience in Tacoma project open March 1st. The project is a collaborative effort between the City of Tacoma, Washington State Economic Services Administration, Pierce County, and United Way of Pierce County. The goal is to alleviate poverty by improving a family's economic stability, housing security, and mental health, and empowering them to address financial crises on their own terms. From April through June 2025, 175 randomly selected families will be awarded $500 each month with no strings attached, as long as they meet the criteria. Just a quick word from our sponsor.
Fuck your sponsor.
The Chief President.
You get the grip of it, right? You get the grip of it. I didn't know they had sponsors and shit. I'm trying to play your article here, and anybody got to get paid, I get it. I'm a brutal capitalist, goddammit. Let me see if I can skip this nonsense here.
President's Day sales event.
They selling shit. They always selling shit. But when I read the article, because I did read it, and my code is there, and my zip code is there. And I said, whoa, 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 whoa. Pilot tests. 17 cities. Selected families. Meaning single moms. That's it. Single moms. They already got the goodies. I mean, oh, shit. They already got the goodies, but of course, the government got to give more and more and more. You know? They take away people's money to distribute it to other people. They don't deserve it. They live in a cycle of socialism. Oh, that goes not with fucking skank ass bitches. It goes with anything, man. Anything got subsidized by the government. They all leeches. From the single mom who collect welfare, not welfare, food stamp, to the farmers out there who get subsidized, to the big corporation get subsidized, for the banks and shit like that. They're a bunch of fucking leashes. They leashes. The cops, leashes. Anybody who takes money from the taxpayer is a fucking leech. That's what they are. They don't create shit. They don't take risk. All they want to do is have a pension, and they leeches, man. Government workers, leeches. Politician, leeches. Us who out here doing the grind, inventing things on the private sector, creating things, supplying things, paying your own things, paying your taxes, paying this and shit like that. We are paying for these fucking bums. All of them. They are fucking bums. They leeches. You know? When they came about with this universal pay shit, my antennas went up. It's like, fuck, another one? Another program? For skanks? Don't we have enough programs and shit? The school system is a social program. The school system is a fucking social program. In my state, you know how the school get paid? By property taxes. Those who got their house, those who got their land, those who got their business, and that shit like that, and they pay property taxes and stuff like that. Guess what? They go to the school district, paying these fucking skank ass teachers that they don't know shit. Because in my state, I say 98% because I got kids. They women and shit, living in a salary, and they always demand some shit. They always want more. Oh, we don't get paid enough. I'm not saying being a teacher is hard. It's easy. It's hard. It's difficult, but you sign up for that shit. You sign up to be a teacher. You didn't sign up to be a rocket science or a mechanic or a plumber. So you sign up for that shit. To me, that's like the word social program. Is the education system is so fucking polluted. It's so corrupt that if I had a child nowadays, I will not fucking. I'd rather have the child be on the internet and learn by himself than going to school out there with this incarceration, public school. They look like jails and shit. I know because I experienced that shit. At least when I went to school and stuff like that, they have what they call more liberal thinking. Now it's indoctrination. But, parents got to do what they got to do. I got to work. They gotta work. Let's put little Johnny, little Debbie in school. While I work from 9 to 5, they go whatever, shit like that. Whatever each parent do, they gotta do, right? Still social program. It's socialism everywhere. Just wait till this fucking money collapse. Then what? So this basic income program is right here on my city. In my city. And no wonder how this motherfucker are complaining. The rent is high. The food is high. Inflation is killing us. The gas is high out here. Because social programs. You know? It's horrible. Socialism is horrible. Look what happened to Argentina. Look what happened to Venezuela. Both was the top notch of the Latin countries. They used to have a phrase in the 70s, you get rich like an Argentinian. They prospered. They did it until socialism kicked in. Same thing with Venezuela. Rich country, stuff like that. Beautiful sight, beautiful women, beautiful this. And then socialism kicked in. And then after they stopped running of other people's money, where they don't want to conduct business in that country and stuff like that, guess what? That money's gone, pussycat. And they thought they're going to elect somebody, but whoever they elected, it became a communism or a fascist. That's how it goes. It goes from socialism, either communism or fascist. There's no escaping on this economic or the free market. It is very disturbing to me. I don't know about you fellas out there. To me, this shit is very disturbing because I can see the writing on the wall. Okay? I can see it. And I've been seeing it for many years. See, the good thing about me, that I'm a MGTOW. I don't have much, but I got a little something, something. And throughout my years, I have learned to respect my intuition. I got to. I have to. For heaven's sake. They got a social program for exchange needles out here. Social programs with people, they overdose and they got these little ambulance and shit like that, like in Seattle and shit like that. And they give me these shots after they overdose and stuff. See, I'm a libertarian, okay? You can do whatever you want to do with your body. You want to shoot cocaine, heroin. You want to stick your finger up your ass with a fucking crack pipe and shit. great, fine, Daniel, whatever make you feel great, I don't give a fuck. Don't expect the taxpayer to pay for your shit. If you got an overdose, motherfucker, you die on the street, that's how it is. You chose that life. Why so much social program out here, for heaven's sake? Tell me. Look at San Francisco with the social programs out there. Look at San Francisco. It doesn't work. Socialism is a fucking disease, man. It doesn't work. What works is responsibility and accountability. That's it. The whole fucking East Coast is shit. The West Coast is shit. God bless the South out there. They're still holding the line. The Midwest is shit. Too much social program. You know, sometimes, and I'm going to be honest with you, which I will never make it, to be honest, but I wish I can run for Congress for the state of Washington as a libertarian. I wish. And go out there in the halls of Congress, and whoever want to listen to me and shit like that, whatever. Or build a coalition of libertarian and start cutting some spending. Too much fucking social program. Too much taxation. Too much printing by the government and the Federal Reserve. Listen, my friend, that's why we are where we at. Real talk. See these social democrats and all these people who believe in socialism and shit like that. They think more social program is better for the people. And it's not. It's not. Because all it's going to cost is more inflation. The definition of inflation is the oversupply of money. And money was printed like fucking crazy during the shutdown. Is the oversupply of money. Well, gentlemen, like I always say, peace. State MGTOW. I will catch you on this podcast, live stream or video. Let the universe be with you. I'm out.